Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Mashinky. Now where we left off, we were in the process of getting a nice little bit of a train network going on over here. We found a pretty nice location with a lumber mill, some coal, and a tool shed all in the one place. So of course we're going to want to continue to expand here, and we also need to make sure we're keeping track of our goal for this era. So I did get a little mission here. But we do have a couple of goals here. Namely, we need to accumulate 100 wood tokens and 100 coal tokens. So that's going to be a bit of a goal for us. We also have a mission over here to deliver the wood from this forest near Halifax, and that's going to be an expensive endeavor. So I may consider doing other things first. I've also got a coal mine here that I'm going to want to connect up to my network. And I think I'm going to try my hand at maybe updating this to allow traffic to flow through it more easily. So I'm going to add a lot more signals. Like this. And hopefully this will allow traffic to just get through this that little bit more easily. Like so. I don't know if this will end up contributing to traffic, but it should allow, for example, trains here and here to cross each other's paths without causing too much hassle. Because if we let this train stop or go through the intersection, see how a train could go across now if it wanted to? So I'll bring you to here, and then that last signal should be there. And then similarly, I'll do another signal on the way out, like that. Alright, looking good. We do have some more stuff coming here. Now you're going to be turning to the right, so you're probably going to have to wait. I think my signals might be a little bit too far apart now that they have so many trains, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and do some retooling to allow traffic to flow a little bit smoother. So I think with a length 6 of train, you can see here it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means I can have, if you count each signal as a half of a track, you can space them out perfectly. So it'll be 1, this is 0.5, and this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a half, and a half, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0.5, 6 when you put a signal here, right? And that should allow trains to occupy a single block at a time. If I just let them... You see how he's just barely occupying 2 blocks? But he's cleared this block over here. This actually needs to change slightly out of sync here. I'll do the same over here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's no, you know, we can't change this where that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a signal. And you'll see how it's just barely occupying both signals. But this signal is now clear. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this station could now use a second platform, and I will build that. I will go in here. I will extend my station out like that. Ah, this Halifax just grew, it looks like. Or maybe I'm crazy. This house looks like it popped out of nowhere. We're going to want to extend this now. So in an ideal world, this would be the way in. Like that. Let's clear out some of this stuff as we get it going. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff that connects up this guy here because I need to retool this a little bit. So this will allow me to enter into both stations and then exit both stations. It's a little bit messy, but it does the job. And then we'll have a depot connection here. And there. So let's get the signaling going. So this is the way in, this is the way out. That's the way in for that one. That should be like this, and then there should be a second piece of track like that, that goes there. Okay, so it's a bit messy, but it does the trick, right? Trains can come in here, go down either of these arrows, right? But they shouldn't be able to prevent anyone unless right here is an issue, actually. I'll need to see that. If this arrow goes red, yeah, that's bad. So this needs to have an arrow like that. And then it's good. Okay. So basically, trains can come in here, and it can go one of three directions. It can go into the station right hand, it can go into the station left hand, or it can go left into the depot. Similarly, stations, and then on the way out, trains only have one choice. It can go down this path. This path. Now, ideally, I would also have a path that connected up to the depot, but I'll just leave this the way it is for now. It's a bit messy, but it gets the job done. This here is essentially just a messy version of this. It does the same job, essentially. It's just a bit kind of wonky. I'll have to fix that someday. But for now, it'll stay the way it is. Okay, I'm actually going to get... I'm tempted to get a second coal train. And I think I'm going to use wood here. I'm going to use the 460 Baldwin. I'm going to use this to show you like a faster train. So this is going to carry a similar amount of passengers. It's going to carry... I'm going to do... maybe I'll do a full coal train. No, I'll do a mixture of a coal and a... I'll do a mixture of a coal and passenger train. And you'll... the really great thing is I can just click these add order lists and then click on this train here. And it'll basically adopt the same orders as that train. Oh, this is actually an issue. I do need a way... I do need a way for this depot to get into this town. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just get you to skip this first order. And then it'll be fine. You'll go straight to the other town first. Alright, looking good. So this, now that we have the second producer over here, this means this train is almost perfectly having its need met. Oh, this is interesting. Neither train can go here because... That's really interesting. How are you blocking him? How are you blocked? Oh, is it because these aren't separated here? There we go, that should do it. See, now you've made a balls of that. So I need more signals here to allow passing. And there we go. So it is important to monitor things to make sure you're not leaving yourself on a thing. Always check your thingies. There usually be a pop-up here too. These signals are too far apart now. I need to fix these. These are way too far apart. So I'll get rid of that. Basically, I'll have them the same spacing as these. It should operate essentially the same. So having properly spaced signals is actually really important. You would be surprised how important it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I go around corners, I'll usually place them a little bit closer together. You don't have to get them perfect. You just want them fairly well spaced. Okay, so this traffic should now flow quite a bit better after I've modified this intersection. I'll have to keep an eye on it though as well, because those guys could have been stuck there forever. And you know, some people take the approach where they try to make sure that there's never any blockages or there'll never be an issue. That's a reasonable approach. I like to just try and kind of build something that I think will work most of the time, and then I'll just keep an eye on it and fix it if any issues arise. But you can see on this relatively, like compared to the stuff that we built over here, right? Where we have, it's just literally train station, and a piece of track going between them, right? That's all these are. These are just really, really nice early game cache generators, whereas something over here, this is where we're beginning to approach a really efficient network in terms of investment, because a lot of trains can use the same infrastructure. And the really great thing is, it's expandable, right? We can start adding more things to this whole network. There is a forest up here. I really want to get that connected up, but there's another coal mine here that I could connect up. Although I don't usually like to add more coal mines or more production buildings until I've saturated the ones I already have. So for example, this sawmill could probably handle more planks, which I could bring from up here. But yeah, that's the basic idea. I think it's going pretty well. Let's go ahead and take a peekaroo at what we're going to do next. So we have a bit of cash saved up. We have... Didn't I get an upgraded train here? Yeah, you can see here. This train has a maximum speed of... Wait, where is the upgraded one? Here he is. He's a maximum speed of 85, so you can see how quick he is. He just zips along so fast. In comparison to these guys, look at them. They are only hitting their 70 now. Zips out. Now, they do cost more maintenance, but the speed is very, very nice. Being able to hit that 85 miles per hour, it's a significant speed boost. Now, of course, you're probably never going to hit it often, but you get up to your top speed that little bit quicker. Of course, if you have to stop in an intersection, you know, what good does it do you? But for example, around here, this train is going 38 miles per hour, whereas this train 5 is still only just getting up there. You see how it stops going up the hill. So you can see how this is a much more powerful train and has a higher capacity of speed. Oh, these signals are too far apart now. There's a lot more trains in here, so I need to update this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never want a train to stop on a hill. So I'll make sure there's a room for the head of the train to stop there. You just generally, because otherwise you don't want, if it has some speed, you don't want it to stop at the top of the hill, right? It just seems like a fairly logical thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If a track goes around a corner, I usually add 1 to the usual rule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks like a decent spacing. That looks okay there. And this looks okay. I'll want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we go. Oh, that should not be a two-way. I mean, it won't make a difference if one of them is a two-way, but I like to just make sure I have things relatively well set up. Now, I do make mistakes when I set things up incorrectly occasionally, but, you know, generally speaking, I think I do a reasonably good job. Okay, very good. Right. I'm pretty happy with this little network we have over here. Now, there is a tendency that we tend to have, is we set up something like this and then we're like, oh, let's expand it some more. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just leave this alone. I'm going to say, hey, look, you're basically finished in my eyes. I'm going to leave you the way you are, and then I'm going to go play around in a different area of the map. You can see how our income now is starting to climb. We're only in January and we've already made a decent amount of things. Now, one thing I would like to do is to get this wood going from here because, you know, I guess a quest, it just appeals to me doing a quest. So what we'll do here is we will get a... I could just ignore it, but I don't want to ignore it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab... like so. And this will actually be a good opportunity to maybe show you some more advanced terminal designs. So I need to do a little bit of flattening here. Like that. Connect up this way. Cross like that. Cross link. So I'm just going to continue doing terminals. That's the ticket right there. Happy days. Now I want to turn this. Okay, so I need to go out a little bit more. Dig down. Very good. Like so. I want to minimize how much up and down we're doing. Alrighty, and we're going to just try and connect over here to this flat area. So let's get the first piece of rail going out there through there. There we go. And then we're going to want to do the same for this guy. Like so. Made some room. You want to try and minimize how much actual terraforming we're doing. And then we're going to run outside probably around here. Maybe I should have turned that a little bit earlier. Yeah, I'll turn a little bit early here. Get this flattened out. Turn early right there. Tidy this up. There we go. And we're going to want to run along here and then try to connect up over here. It's going to be a bit of an endeavor. So what we'll do is we'll grab the flatten tool. Oh, I don't want to flatten the forest if I can help it because that will actually make it more expensive. Oh, shite. We'll run diagonally along here if we can. So let's get the rail going. To there. We'll pull you along like that. Alrighty, so we want to go diagonally along this. Oh, I need money. Oh, right, I have the game paused. I need to borrow money so that my trains don't slow down. I forgot I was I forgot how much I was spending. This is going to be an expensive thing, but all the while we're saving up to go into the Steam Age. Okay, let's slow down time again while we work. So I'm going to want to come diagonally along like this if I can, which is going to mean negotiating through here like this. I just want to set up a little blueprint for the direction we want to go and then connect like that. So I'm going to need to flatten this area. Again, we want to minimize our footprint in terms of terraforming. A, because, you know, it looks nicer, and B, because it's cheaper. So we'll kind of mooch our way up here. Okay, I did get a track construction reward, which is 20 coal, which gets us closer to getting into the next era. Bring these up a little. Alrighty, now we'll be able to come basically straight across here. And we're probably going to build like a basic three-way intersection over here, because there's only really going to be plank trains coming this way, right? We're not going to be doing anything too crazy. Let's have a little bit of a survey of the height map here. So this is all 10. So this is all just at about the same height that we need to get to. So let's just go straight. So how far do I need to go to get over to here? Now it wants me to go that mad way, but I want to go straight through here. So I'm just gonna go essentially straight along. I don't want to go down if I can help it. Let's build some tracks just so we know where we want to build. There we go. Did I go too high there? No. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, I actually lowered the height here. I need to come up just that smidge. Here we go. Now we're up where we need to go. And I'll go straight through this terrain. I should have it unpaused actually. We'll come straight through here. I'm going to minimize the ups and downs, as I said before. Like so. There we go. I think we want to get it down to a 10 all the way. 10, there we go. There we go. Now we've made a nice little diagonal pass. And we'll want to do the same for the other 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, that was too much. Whoops. Oh, we did a delivery of coal mission. There we go. We almost have enough for the next era. So we're almost ready to connect up here. There's a little bit of work. We need a bit more cash. I'm actually going to borrow. Just a little bit because I've been having a not enough operations issue for a bit. Cannot climb with a diagonal track piece, so this needs to be modified as well. So we'll bring this down in height. There we are. A nice, lovely. We need to negotiate our way around this hill as well. And by negotiate, I mean terraform. Right, so there is going to need to be a track that comes here, so I will need to delete this signal. So I need these two guys to meet up. So I want this to come in and then turn and go straight here. So I'll bring this down. Like that. And then I will do just a little bit of straightening. You know what? I'll just make it a little bit flatter for what it's worth. There we go. We'll also speed up time because we still need more money. I have enough coal now to invest into the steam age, which is quite good. I've also got a little bit of terraforming to do over here to try and get this connected up. There we are. And I also need to just make sure I negotiate my way through this little hill. Then I need to connect like so. There it is. And there we go. You've got the basic infrastructure of this station over here being connected, which is really, really good. Now you can kind of see how my network is getting pretty large and convoluted. Thankfully, Railway itself doesn't actually require any maintenance, but we almost have enough now to go into the steam age. I'll probably just get this up and running. Then we'll enter into the steam age and we can start exploring the next phase of the gameplay. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that though, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.